Hey guys, welcome back to the trucking journey, and this is my new truck. Well, it's new to me anyway. It's 2014 International Pro Star, but the good news is it doesn't have the max force, which I haven't heard a lot of good things about the max force. This, guys, is a Cummins turbo diesel, which this one has just under 500,000 miles on it, and it still feels strong. But I've already done my pre-trip. Everything is checked out and is in good shape. When I was doing my initial pre-trip before I got the truck in Columbia, I had some bald tires. So I've got like 5 brand new drive tires on here. Hadn't even hooked to a trailer yet. Got fresh grease. My truck pretty well set up. I'm even picking up TV stations in this one. I don't know, the antenna wasn't working in my previous truck. Last thing to do is to get my CB installed, which is wired up in the truck already, obviously. But my power cord, Maverick cut it when they took mine out, so I don't have a connector. But I'm waiting on a mechanic to come out here to help me out. And my trailer for my first load, which is going to a Lowe's DC in Statesville, North Carolina, it's out here on the yard somewhere. So one thing that's not awesome, I thought it was going to be awesome. I've got these plug-ins, like factory installed plug-ins here. And there's even one on the floor, but they don't work. And well, that's just the way it is, and they're not gonna work. But down below, I do have an inverter that's hooked in that I can plug and run extension cords for my microwave here, and then TV and whatever else I want to plug in. So yeah, it'll work. This has taken a little longer than I expected, but my CB's in and powered, but there's not an antenna on the truck, so they're putting that on now. He says I should be out of here in 15 minutes and I can hook up to my trailer. And then he's gonna make me an extra key. My truck only came with one, and I like to keep one in the ignition and one on my belt loop. And then there's the driver's lounge with a few couches and a TV. There's a microwave over there. But don't plan to spend very much time in the lounge, because I don't get paid to lounge. I get paid to roll. Okay, well, my first load has been delivered. It wasn't a very long one, but that is the office here at the Charlotte yard. And it's really just like a parking lot to park some trailers and a little trailer to send off paperwork and pick up new paperwork. But now I've got my next one, which is here. It's a load of Continental tires that's going to Smyrna, Tennessee. Don't know how far that is yet. Maybe I can make it today, we'll see. So now I need to go find this trailer, 802. 08. Alright, well, I'm hooked up to this trailer. Everything looks good. Now it's time to hit the road to head to Smyrna, Tennessee. And it says I'm about 7 hours away, and pretty much got about 7 hours of clock. We'll see how this goes, if I can make it today. It is a little chilly here in Nashville, but I made it to the Nissan plant here in Smyrna, Tennessee last night with about 15 minutes to spare on my clock. Had a 500+ mile day, but this place is pretty big. I'm over here in the trailer yard. The factory is like way over there, but it is time for me to get on the road. I've got a pickup on the other side of Nashville this morning, headed back to Charlotte. All right, hey, people, it's time to get on the road and grind some gears. I'm getting better though. I'm at Centurion Stone, and I asked these guys, so does this rock come from Tennessee? And they're like, no, amigo, we make it here. I'm gonna open my doors and then find a dock to back up to it. Your trailers are pretty nice on the inside. Hey guys, while I'm waiting to get loaded, let me share a story of my very first load. As soon as I got off Trainer Bill's truck, I got teamed up with a kid named Malik. And, you know, we team drove for about 10 weeks together. And our first load was a FedEx load going to Connecticut, picking up in Nashville. But we bobtailed up to the Nissan plant that I just left to get an empty trailer. And Nissan, I mean, it's a big operation, and they're not real good at relaying to you exactly what you need to do. So the guard told me this building, and I finally I checked in, and they told me where the empty lot was, and I could go get one of those. So I found a U.S. Express trailer there. It's mainly Averett there. Averett yard dogs and trucks are everywhere at this Nissan. But I backed up, hooked up to it, checked all my lights, I checked my brakes, the tires, even got up under there looking at, you know, the brake chambers, the brake pads and all that. I'm like, all right, this thing's good to go, let's roll. So we, you know, swapped that at FedEx and got our load, and I drove through the night. Malik started driving the next morning, and we were in Virginia. I get a call from my fleet manager, Pam, and she asked me, did you pre-trip that trailer you dropped off at FedEx? I'm like, you damn right I pre-tripped it. I got out, I checked all the lights, the brakes were good, I even got up under there, Pam, that's a good trailer. She said, did you look inside? I'm like, no, I forgot to do that. She said, I know you did, because you stole a truckload of tires. I was like, what you talking about, Willis? Yeah, I took a loaded trailer from Nissan and dropped it at FedEx that was full of Michelin tires. So I didn't really get in any trouble. U.S. Express had to send somebody to FedEx to get that trailer to take it back to Nissan. But I did learn a valuable lesson, and never since that day have I made that same mistake again. So anytime you pick up an empty trailer, number one, look, make sure there's not a seal on it. And then if there's not, you can open the doors of it and make sure it's empty. You don't want to be the guy that, I mean, heck, that could be a felony, right? Steals a truckload full of brand new Michelin tires from a big company like Nissan, but I did. I tell you, I've got some stories, guys, and I ain't gonna say I share every one of my screw-ups with you guys, but a bunch of them I do. And if you go back and watch season 1 when I was a rookie, maybe you can learn some things for you new guys that'll save you from making some of the same mistakes. Hey, good morning, people. Happy hump day. It is Wednesday. I am a little outside of Charlotte, headed to Hartsville, South Carolina, to deliver a trailer I picked up at the Charlotte yard after getting there from Nashville. But I'm rolling pretty steady, people. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. I've got about a half hour before my clock turns green so I can do my pre-trip and get on the road and then get a next load, because the goal is I want to get at least 2,500 miles for the week so I can exceed the $1,000 a week guarantee on my first week. I've been given some thought about the Truckin Journey video series that I make, and I was talking with a couple of YouTubers. One I shouldn't mention because he works here at GMP, but the next one I will, because him and his wife still work at U.S. Express. They were there before me, and they were YouTubers before me, and man, they've got, heck, I think like 30,000 subscribers. Many of you have probably seen some of their videos. It's the Jade and John show, and one of the things we had talked about, if you want to have a big subscriber list, you got to have content out there. And you know, the guys that do it big, like Casey Neistat, they do one every day. Guys, I don't know if I'm ever going to get to the point where I do one every day, but I am going to step it up a notch. And the plan is to upload a video on Wednesday, which that's today, and then also Saturday, which this week, that'll be Christmas Eve. And then continue on with that for all of 2017. And I will share my 2017 goals when they get here and I have a little time to reflect. But the goal for 2016 is to have 2,000, and I'm not quite there yet. So with doing 2 a week, the last one of 2016 will be episode 16 of season 2. So if you don't mind, I know you guys are super loyal. I get so many awesome comments from you guys, and it seems like, heck, within a day or two of uploading the video, most of you guys have watched it. Share it. If each one can bring one to the channel, well, heck, that would double my subscriber list, which that's not going to happen. But if I can get a couple hundred more, you guys would help me reach one of my goals for 2016, which the one I set as far as income goal of making $65,000, man, I was on track. If I was still at US Express, it would have happened. If I would have stayed with Maverick, it would have happened. But taking a whole month off, I'm going to fall a little bit short of that. But I still made more than I did last year, so I got better than my first year. But everyone, happy holidays. Enjoy the time with your family and your loved ones. Have a wonderful, safe holiday season. And I guess I will see you guys next episode. Be safe out there and keep on trucking. I got a little bonus footage for you to end episode 13. Earlier today, I almost knocked myself out. Yeah. And you ask, how'd you almost knock yourself out, Jim? Well, you see these trailers that have the 2 latches on each side of the door? Where I was at, I couldn't find my empty trailer. It wasn't in the spot that they said it was, so I was checking all the other trailers. None of them had seals, so I had to open them up, and they all had cardboard. Then I came to this one trailer. This isn't it, but it's like this one. So I'm going to take this moment and do a little trailer door safety for you new guys. But what had happened to me, I done did this one first. I've never really received training on the order to do these. These are kind of uncommon. But I done did this one first. And like right here, like that's what I was expected to do. Pop it up and then pull it to me. But there was tension on it. When I popped it up, it came like flying out right. I was standing like right here, and boom, hit me right in the head, like right above my eye. I don't know. It feels like there's a mark or a knot forming right there. But when you do open doors, you stand behind it, like I am now, and pull to you instead of over this way and open it up, because if there was some type of loose freight that was up against the door, well, it would fall on you when you open the door. And, well, you don't want that to happen. About as much as I don't want to get hit in the head by one of these handles again. But that's the safety tip of the day. Don't shield trailers. Make sure they're empty. And don't let a trailer hurt you guys. But I'll see you next episode.